Good day. Welcome to the crypto community. I am doing a quick walkthrough of how to register a new person into Olylife. So there's a few things that you need to do in preparation for this is first thing is if someone is interested in joining, you need to send them the form. So in order to find the form, we have a Telegram group, which is called Olylife International, and there is a section called onboarding information. So go to that, you scroll up to the very top, and there is one called onboarding of new members, and the other one is Olylife registration account information. So I do suggest you open up them both and have a quick read through it, and teaches you how to bring everyone on board. So to go through this very quickly, and it's just following this all. All orders are done manually at this very moment by the sponsor or the person that's supporting them. So all credits funds are credited to the person that is enrolling the new person. That's really important. So for instance, if I am enrolling the person, I have to have the credits, the money put into my account to do the enrollment. If you are going to be enrolling the person, the credits need to be going into your account for the enrollment. First thing you need to do, you need to establish what they want to buy. Note, minimum of $1,000 to get started, and that kick starts you for life into the binary. So this example here, so Kelly places an order in Germany. So she orders a P90, which is $1,000. There is a fee for Germany, it's 10%, so an extra $100 needs to be added to that. So the total order is $1,100 USD. So when the person that is enrolling, you need to find out whether they are able to do crypto, which is USDT, TRC20, or whether they can do credit card. So either or, you need to grab the funds from them, and we will walk through that very shortly. Another example here is Masters is places an order in Dubai. Is a P90, which is 1,000, a G1, which is 500, a H bar, which is 600. The total of that is 2,100. But because Dubai is a 15% fee, it is 350. So the total is $2,415 that they need to put there. And then we need once they find out what the amount is, they need to get that ready in the USDT TRC20 or have that in their credit card available. Once that's done, you send them the form, and this is the form. And very simple, the member's name, their gender, their username, nickname, ID number, whether it be passport, driver's license, tax identification number. I've just done 111. I don't think they could fill it out later. Their email, their mobile, and their mailing details. So the country that is coming from, delivery address, recipient's name, recipient's phone number, postcode, delivery method, whether it be by delivery or they're going to pick up in the branch office, and if there are any special instructions. And the reason why we have special instructions, please note, if you are in Europe and you want a European adapter, you need to actually put in there, please add German adapter, or please add Australian adapter, depending on the country where you're in. They also need to identify what they want to order. So whether it's P90 or a G1 or H bar, etc. And this explains the rest of the stuff here. So now in terms of payment, very simple. This is the credit card link that we have, but you can also do it within the payment system if they are online with you as well, because it can go direct. For instance, if they have not got all their funds or they want to part pay their funds, for instance, they want to give half USDT and half credit, you need to use this mechanism here. So this is for USDT, this is the company wallet address that you need to send to them for them to send it in. Once they send the $1,100 or whatever they're buying, they need to do a screenshot of their receipt and send it back to you, that you can send back to myself or your respective sponsor for it to cross-check to make sure that the money comes in. Once it's cross-checked, the credits will be put into the person that is requested. For instance, if I've enrolling, the credits will go into my account. So now that it is done, so this is how you order and position your first two placement. There is a video that I have done. This is in the earlier days. Let's see if we can grab that. Very simple, only 4 minutes long. So let's have a quick listen to that. Hey, this is a quick recording of how to register your Olylife prospect. So you first need to give them this form and get them to fill it out. I have actually extended the product base there so they can add how many units they want to put in there. Pretty self-explanatory: member name, gender, ID number, which is basically passport or driver's license or the ID of the country, email, mobile phone number, the delivery address, postal code, and their product name and quantity to be ordered. So that's there. Referrer number, which they may not necessarily know, and your name. Or if you want to pre-fill it, you would have your details down here. And location, number, and name also they may not necessarily know, and you may want to pre-fill this. So I'll have this form available for you guys as well. Once you get this form, you need to go into your back office. So most importantly is your first sign up needs to be on your left, and there's a few ways to get into the positioning or placement, and that's through membership order or through the financial management, so the network management under network management. So we'll go through this way because this is the normal way I would find. So membership order, and then right hand side, new order, and this would be the organization. So if this was my first sign up, I need to go to the first left. So if you cannot get to the first left down here, all you need to do is go to the last person that's here, click on that, go to their view network, and it will take you down to the last registration. So my first left needs to be here. I click on that, and this is the prospect's placement ID. You need to fill in your details here, which is pretty simple, which is your top right hand corner. You copy that and place it in there. And the password, make sure it's a generic password that you can pass to your prospect so they can actually open up when they get this. And they fill it in as per normal on the sheet that you had. And if there are any special requirements, put it in here. And this is where you put the product details of it all. So there's a few ways of doing it. One way is where you'll get the points put in here by whoever may have points, or you can get them to pay by credit card. There is a payment link, which is this. So this is given to them after you've got the details, because then you would have also their ID number. Once you've got the details, you submit it and the order is placed. So they need to put the ID number, the email, their name, their phone number, and confirm that payment. They also, once it's done, need to do a screenshot of this so they can marry this up with the order. Now, also, the placement of your second person, which is on your right leg, there is also a special requirement that you need to do. So, as I mentioned, you would go this way to put the placement, or you can go into the network management, go to network management, and as we saw just now, the left, we put it on the furthest left, which is down here, but my right, as we can see, is I have these two here available. So where you need to register is your right, left, and every person that you're working on is on your left, the first placement. So you need to register it there and do exactly the same thing. So click on that and it will take you here to do the placement. So if that all makes sense, that's great. If it doesn't make sense, reach out and let myself, Paul, or Bob know, and we can go from there. Thank you. Okay, so I am going to walk through this again for you. So in order to get in, we're going to go into the user login. make sure you default this to English unless you know how to read Chinese. It's actually defaulted to Chinese, but put it to English. You put your user details in here. Okay, so you need to put in code image. So it's basically the capture there, which is in, it doesn't have to be cap locked. It can be all lowercase as well. And you are in. So there are a few ways you can get in. Is one is through the membership order or the top right hand corner. So I typically do this one here, which is on the top right hand corner, membership network. And if you are sponsoring for the first time, it is your first left. It is defaulted. You can't do anything other until you've done that. So there's a few ways you can get down there. Is you shrink it down, click on the last person, network, and you keep going until you get down to the very end of that. So you just keep going to the very end. And there we go. So this is the last one on your left, far left. So you click on that. You read the registration terms and conditions and Olylife policies and procedures saying you have read it, you've agreed, and this is defaulted. The placement is the person above just now. A is on the left-hand side. Do not need to worry about this. These will default accordingly depending on how much you pay for it. And then you put in your sponsor details. So make sure that if you are the one that is sponsoring, you need to put your details in. Make sure that the person that is sponsoring is the correct person. For instance, if you are the person that you are sponsoring, put your details in there. If you're helping your team member do the sponsoring, make sure you grab their referral code. So I'm just going to do this one, which is already the person here. Put in a generic password. Do it again. And then here, you have a few options for members' details. It's only the 9 here. Most of it will be under other countries because these are the countries currently where we've been working very closely with. We haven't expanded past that. Put the name. So I'm going to put Joe Blow. Joe Blogs. His gender is male. Nickname, we're going to put Blogs. ID, we're just going to do any ID. So 1111. So email address is joe@gmail.com. Phone number is plus 852 so whatever it may be. And the details of the address. This is important, which is the holder of this account, its address. So it's 123 Main Street. Where are we here? This is Hong Kong, so I'm going to put Happy Valley, etc. So I'm just going to put the postcode Hong Kong. Now, the next part is where it's going to be mailed out to. Now, this is important. If it is the same person, you just copy and paste the information. If it's someone different, you need to put those details down as well. Make sure it is in the correct country, because if it's not in the correct country, it'll be sent to the wrong dispatch and sent to it wrongly. So Hong Kong, right now, I'm going to put, there's no Hong Kong here, so I am going to put other country. And I'm going to put the delivery address, which is the same. So I'm just going to copy that. So there's no error when there is that. The recipient's address, we're just going to put Joe Blogs. The number, so I'm just copying everything that is in there so it's easy. Postcode is 202. And remarks, because it's Hong Kong, I'm going to put deliver, please add Hong Kong adapter, because we have a few different adapters for different countries. And we put the order in. So the person that had ordered in was going to be the P90. So we do a 1, and that was it. $1,000 plus 10%. And now this is the part where it's important for you to understand. If the person has already got their money available in the credit card, you can do a credit card payment or a EC payment. A EC payment is the credits within your wallet, and that is done by your credits. So if you have the credits already loaded, it has to be done ready, available before you can do the enrollment. So for instance, Joe wanted to come in, he wanted to buy the P90. He needs to put the $1,100 into his credit card or sent $1,100 into the USDT wallet, and that converted to credits into this particular account, ready to spend. I do not recommend doing this here because if you have credits available and you press this, it will take all your credits before it does the credit card. So I do not recommend doing this unless you have the exact amount of EC payment in there. If you've got pending commissions in there, once you press this, it will take all your commissions before it takes the credit card payment. So please do not do this unless you know what you're doing. My only recommendation right now is EC full, credit card full, and it can do it in here. Now, there has been noted that some credit cards have bounced and failed. That recipient needs to call their bank to have it cleared. So once they've cleared it, you can come back in and do it again. And that is how you put your order in. So once the order's done, you will get a confirmation with the affiliate's new number, which is an EA or SG or TH, depending on which country they're in. And you send that off to them with your generic password. So that is how you enroll people. I must reiterate, you need to have their credit card payment in full, $1,100, which is here, or you have credits available already in your back office ready for payment. Otherwise, it will not work. Any questions, feel free to reach out. Talk to you soon. Thank you.